I came across one of Ness Vaquez's live sessions, and I saw people on his session clearing trades, making money, and just following along with him. And that was for me the point where I was like, you know what, I'm willing to give this thing a shot. And that was about, like I said, 7 months into being a part of this company. What really sold me though was the fact that people were able to make money live with an educator. When I saw people make 5, 10, $15, it was life changing for me, because I was like, you know what, if that can actually happen and if that is real, this is going to change the lives of many. And that was the start for me. I ended up actually putting some money in an account and getting started right around right around August of 2018. And I followed along with the educator for about 2 months. And I decided to really take it upon myself to really start learning this myself. And started holding my own sessions, calling out trades for my team. And it began with about 10, 15, 20 people. And then it went from about 10, 15, 20 people where they were putting it on their Instagram. We were clearing trades, we're having fun. And all of a sudden it went from that to about 50 to 75 people. And then before you knew it, the ball was starting to roll, and we had a couple hundred people on some of my calls. And I actually got asked to become an educator, because what happened is that everybody was starting to hop on my calls and weren't even paying their subscriptions anymore. And that's what basically got the ball rolling of me becoming an educator, guys. And it's crazy, because the amount of money that I've been able to make with this, guys, is just a direct reflection now of how much I've been able to actually give back to other people. See, I've been very, very consistent trading 4 days a week, live in front of people for almost 2 years now. And it's like I said, I think the core reason why I am where I am now. Obviously, as you guys have seen throughout the last couple months, if you've been with me, trading with me, you see that what came about from it. And it's all because I've been able to give back. And I've been able to call good trades for other people. So it's been an absolute blessing, like I said, in my life, and it's changed my life forever. So what I'm going to do today, guys, is I'm going to actually introduce you to Cashtrap. I'm going to show you guys how Cashtrap works, how you can actually use it on a day-to-day basis all by yourself, where you can actually become an independent trader and not have to rely on anyone else. See, I want to show you guys how you can actually, right now, if you wanted to, go on and start trading on your own. Because here's the issue that happens when people first get started. They don't feel like they can do what they saw when they decided to make the decision to get started. They don't feel like they're ever going to be able to understand the market and make educated trade decisions. It's a little bit overwhelming. Well, I've created my strategy for you. I've created this so then you can basically, guys, understand how to trade from day one. So that's what I'm going to teach today, guys. And we did a flyer for Cashtrap in all of my live sessions. You guys can see it over here on the left-hand side, with actually over 514 wins and only 49 losses during that 5-month period, which is crazy. And I'm going to show you guys today how that works. So, if you want to come watch me, after this event, I go live, guys, on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Central Time. I'm located in the hfx.live section under, obviously, my name, Matthew Thayer. And you guys can go there. I have some favorite sessions actually up here. So if you really want to dive in again and watch this again, there are some other sessions located right there. But that's where you guys can come watch me on a night-to-night basis, guys, throughout the week. Now, if I go back, you can actually see that there's other educators that you have access to. But if you want to access mine, I'm right there. Now, to access Hourglass, it's very simple. You're actually going to go to the hourglass.im. You're going to go ahead, you're going to log in. If you do not have Hourglass, you're going to want to go to your back office at im.academy. You're going to want to go to the shopping cart, and you're going to want to go ahead and add on the Hourglass app. Now the Hourglass app is going to have actually 3 different strategies here very, very soon. But Cashtrap, you can basically just click Cashtrap, guys, and it will bring you to basically what you see right here. Now, what I want to do is I want to basically show you guys really quick how you can basically, see what happens with the market. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to log in really quick to an account, and I want to just show you really quick how you can make educated trades. So you have to understand the platform first. You have to understand how does this even work? How do you utilize Cashtrap in the right way? Well, to use Cashtrap in the right way, guys, what you're going to want to do is understand this platform. So you can pick any platform that works best for you. There's several platforms out there, so do your own research. But this particular one right here, guys, this is how it works. Over here on the left-hand side, there's a bunch of different currency pairs that we have access to. Basically, guys, these are the exchange rates that we would be looking at. So right now I have USD JPY selected, but let's say we wanted to look at something like Euro USD. So this is how it would work, guys. If we were looking at Euro USD, this would basically, if we were looking at this, mean 1 euro equals this amount of US dollars. So when we're looking at this, guys, our objective is to predict whether the exchange rate is going up or it's going down. You actually can see it moving right now. So if I was to look at this right now, this is saying that 1 euro equals 1.08894 US dollars. Now you also can see that there's a time. There's a couple different options that we have here. So what I like to use is Turbo. I like to use Turbo because it's 1 to 30-minute trades. Now the secret here is I do 3-minute trades by default. So if you're taking notes right now, guys, write down that you want to take 3-minute trades. That is the special time. That is the kicker. That is the key ingredient. It's 3 minutes, guys. So select 3 minutes. Now, you don't want to use fixed time. You want to use unfixed time. So basically, it's a rolling clock. You can see the clock up here, guys. It's a rolling clock. Now, there's 2 options, like I said. There's a call option, and then there is a put option. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to put $1 here, and I'm just going to do a practice trade. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to press the put button. Now, when I press the put button, guys, for $1, what I am saying to the platform is saying basically this. All right, when I press that button, I'm saying, hey, in 3 minutes, price is going to be lower than that area. Now, if I was to press the call button, I'd be saying, hey, in 3 minutes, it's going to be above where it's at right now. Well, if you were to just sit on this slide right here, you would just be guessing. You'd be gambling. You'd be trying to guess, like, I think this is going to go up, I think this is going to go down, and it would be based off nothing. So that's not what we do here, guys. What we do is we use my Cashtrap strategy to make educated trades. So if price is to stay above this red line right here, guys, I'm actually going to lose. I'm going to lose $1. Now, what's cool about this, though, is you are in control of what you want to risk. So if you want to risk $1, you can, but if you want to risk $10, you can do that too. If you want to risk 100, you can do that. If you want to risk 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, $1 million, guys, you could risk your whole account on one trade. I do not suggest doing that, but that is the power of what we have. You get to decide what you want to risk. Now, the way my strategy works, it's very simple. It actually gives you either an up arrow or a down arrow. Up arrow, guys, would just mean, hey, go in for a call. Down arrow would mean, hey, go in for a put. Now, just following those arrows from day one, let's say you just got started, you can follow those arrows, guys, and you're actually going to win about 6 out of 10, maybe even 7 out of 10 some days. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to teach you how to increase those odds. With what I'm about to teach you guys, you can go from knowing nothing about the market, not really understanding that much, to becoming a professional trader with just the couple things that I'm about to teach you. So in order to do that, I need you to be present. I need you to be listening to everything that I'm saying. I'm going to guide you in a couple steps on how to really dive in and master this. Because once you actually master it, guys, all it's looking for is a couple things to make very good trade decisions. The goal here is to win about 7, 8, 9 out of 10. If you can do that, guys, on a consistent basis with compounding, Albert Einstein said this: he who understands compound interest will earn compound interest. He who does not will end up paying it for the rest of their lives. It is the 8th wonder of the world. So what you're going to do with my strategy, guys, is you're going to compound your account over time. So let's take this trade as an example. There are a couple things that I want to point out before we begin. First thing I want to do is I want to put a line at the bottom of this blue box right here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make that green. And the reason for that is because, as you can see, guys, the green line is at the beginning of that box, which is called a candlestick. Now you can see that there is a green arrow. Green arrow means call. Let's go back to the platform. Why did I pick green? Well, I picked green because guess what? It's color coordinated. Color coordinated with the arrow. It's the bottom. This is where you guys would have taken this entry. So with this up arrow right here, guys, over here on the right hand side is where you would have wanted to take the entry. You would have wanted to said, hey, in 3 minutes, price is going to be above that green line. Okay? Now the end I'm going to mark as black. So that's the top. This is 5 minutes of time right now. I'm going to mark that black. That's the end. The top of a red candle is the beginning. The bottom of a red candle is the end. The bottom of a blue candle is the beginning. And the top of a blue candle is the end. So guys, if you see an up arrow, this is where you would say, okay, price is going up. And I believe it's going to go up here in the next 3 minutes. So let's go over to Euro JPY. So Euro JPY you would select. Now, if you were looking at this, you would look for this entry right here, 124.652. So you'd look for 124.652. And then you would press the call button. What would have happened over the next 5 minutes, it would have went from 652 all the way, if you look over here, to 688. Now, in order to win a trade, it only has to go right by the last decimal. So 0.98 or 0.981 to win a trade on a call, it just has to say 0.982 by the expiration. So if you would have taken the trade here and ended here, you would have 100% won that trade. So now that we know that that was a winning trade, let's see what we would have looked at in order to take that trade. First, beginners, night one, you would have seen the up arrow, you would have taken the call. Experts would have looked at a couple other things, and this is what they would have looked at. Here's how it works. Arrows, guys, are equal to 3 points. Whenever you get an arrow, guys, it's worth 3 points. Now, what do I mean by points? Why do points matter? What do you mean? Well, it's very simple. Here's how my points system works. 3 points, guys, equals a good trade. And I usually risk 1% on a good trade setup. 4 points, guys, equals a great trade. And I usually risk 2% on a 4-point trade. On a 5-point trade, it is equal to an amazing trade, and I will risk actually 3% on a 5-point trade. So how do we get to 5 points? Well, an arrow is equal to 3 points, and every single thing that's added after the arrow is either going to plus or minus points as you move. It starts with the arrow. That gives you 3 points. The next thing that you look for, guys, is to see, is it around the green or the red bands? So these red bands and these green bands, they are equal to a half a point. So you get a half a point for bands. Bands equal 0.5 points. So since this arrow is by the green bands, that would add 0.5 points towards your total amount of points. The next thing that I look for is the purple line. The purple EMA is equal to, guys, 0.5 points. And here is how it works. If it is below the boxes, the candlesticks, the blue and red candlesticks, you want to look for, it adds a half a point towards a call, towards the up arrow. If this was above, it would actually take away a half a point. But since it is below, guys, that would add another half a point. Then we move down into these areas. Now, here is where you would get a half a point. Cross up. A cross up gives you a half a point. So if you look at these two confirmations down here, you did not have a cross up right here. It never went down and never crossed up, but it did right there. So you would have gotten a half a point for the cross up. So a cross up equals 0.5 points. So if we add, guys, all of this together, we get 3 points for the arrow. We get a half a point for the band, so that's 3.5. We get a half a point for the EMA, that is 4. And then we get a half a point for the cross up. So that is 4.5 points. Now, if this was a cross up, that would be your 5th point. Now, where I go to get one more confirmation is the currency strength meter. And the currency strength meter breaks down like this. So the currency strength works like this. First currency stronger equals, sorry about that. First currency stronger equals 1 point for up arrow. Second currency stronger equals 1 point for down arrow. Same strength equals 0 points for up or down arrow. So currency strength meter, if we were looking at Euro JPY, the first currency is the Euro. The second currency is the Japanese yen. If the first pair is stronger, it adds a point for this to go up. If the Japanese yen is stronger, it adds a point for it to go down. So let's just look at this currency strength meter. Well, this is positive, this is negative, this is strong, this is weak. The euro is going this way. So we know that it is that strong. The Japanese yen is going this way. So it is weak. The euro is stronger than the Japanese yen. So that would add a point for the up arrow. So let's put them all together now. 3 points for the arrow, half a point for the band, half a point for the purple EMA, that's 4, 4.5. The euro is stronger than the yen, that is 5.5 points. That is an amazing trade setup. You take that trade, you risk 3% at 652, the last 3 numbers of the Euro JPY exchange rate. You would have ended that trade at 688, clearing that, guys, 100%, no doubt about it. That is how you master Cashtrap. That is how you do well with Cashtrap. Let's look at another example right here. If you were to get an arrow, it'd be by the bands, half a point, 3 points for the arrow, cross up, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. The currency strength meter was the same. You'd have 6 points, guys, on this trade setup. You would have entered, let's say hypothetically, at 637. You would have ended somewhere around here at 665. You would have 100% won that trade. So that's another example. Let me go ahead and just delete these lines in here, guys. But I just want to go ahead, I want to show examples. Here's another example. This gives you an up arrow, touching the bands, cross up, below or above the EMA. You would have got in there, would have ended there. Another example. Let's look at the opposite. So let's say we got a down arrow though, right here. We got a red down arrow. Well, touching the red bands, cross down, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5. If the Japanese yen was stronger, that would be 5.5. The EMA is below, so that would take away a half. That would give you a 5-point trade still, though. You would have taken a 3-minute put at, let's go ahead, let's put a line there. You would have gotten at 116, and you would have ended at 008. There's another example of a winning trade. So you guys can actually sit on Cashtrap all day long looking for these entries. That's how it works, guys. That is how my Cashtrap strategy works. And that is how I've been able, guys, to, have the success that I've been able to have. Which is crazy. It's crazy that we've been able to come up with this. Now, I want to teach you a simpler way even than what I just shared with you, where you can take trades, just to make it just one step easier. I want you to follow that, and I want you to learn what I just taught you, but I also want to just give you one thing that you can leave from here today, just to get you started. What I want you to do is look at the currency strength meter. And I want you to refresh this every single time before you take a trade. Here's how the simplistic way of using Cashtrap works. First pair stronger, look for up arrows. Second pair stronger, look for down arrows. Same strength, look for up or down arrows. Always only risking 1% on those trades. So this is just the simplistic way of using my strategy. All right. So for this example, if we seen that the euro is stronger than the yen, you would take all up arrow trades. That's it. And if we look at the currency strength meter here, we see US dollar stronger than the yen. Well, what we would do is go to the USDJPY, take all up arrows. We would have taken this trade because the US dollar was stronger than the yen. Now, if it was the other way, we'd look for down arrows. Let's example for a down arrow. Euro USD. So the euro is weaker than the US dollar. So we'd look for down arrows only. So we wouldn't take this up arrow. We'd wait until we got a down arrow. Like, let's say we got a down arrow right here. We would have taken that trade. And look what happened. It went all the way down. That's how you can use the simplistic way of Cashtrap. But guys, hopefully that helps. Take that information right there, guys, and just run with it. I'm super, super excited, guys, for your guys' success. make sure to catch me on either the next Sunday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday live sessions. It's Matty Pips, guys, closing out. So happy to meet all of you guys. Enjoy this event. It is an amazing event. Love, appreciate everybody that put this together. Let's go level up, guys. Go take our success to the next level. You guys have a great day, and look forward to seeing you guys on one of my live sessions. Peace out.
This concludes our course with Master Educator Matty Pips inside Freedom Hall here on Academy Island. Don't forget to follow us on all socials and share what you've